In this second video, I'm going to show you how to open a new project in NVivo and import the Word files, the data that we're going to use in the analysis. So I'm starting from the Moodle page, and we've got the two Word files here. So if I click on them, I'm using Google Chrome. When I click, it actually opens it in Word. So this is the first file. So this has 10 answers from officers from the Met Police Force. So it's good if you were to analyze this in advance, maybe print out a copy and analyze it that way, or you might want to highlight things or add comments using the Review tab at the top. But what you would need is a separate version which is unchanged to use that in NVivo. So it's really doing the thing, preparing it in advance, thinking about it, reading the information, and then writing up that analysis, programming that analysis in NVivo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this file using the File menu, Save As, and then what I need to do is go to the desktop, which I think might be under this PC, or Browse. Let's have a look, see if I can find the desktop. Desktop, here it is. So I'm going to call it just the same name. Causes Right Spreading Met. It's on the desktop now. Good. So once you've got the file on the desktop, you can close it. That's the Met one, and I'll do the same with the West Midlands Police. So again, this is a Word file with 10 responses from officers from that police force. So I'm going to go File, Save As, this PC, and it's also got the desktop here as a current folder. And then I can get rid of that brackets 1 and then save. So now that's on the desktop as well. So I'm going to close that file, and now I'm going to go to NVivo, which I'd opened earlier. I'm just going to get it from my tab at the bottom. And so when you open NVivo, it should look like this. There are instructions for installing it in the PowerPoint. So I'm going to start with a blank project. Click on this one. I'm going to call it Causes Riots Spreading. And you could write something else underneath in the description. I'm just going to copy and paste that for now. ... just to indicate you could write something more in the description. It's optional. The title is something you need. So I'm calling it Causes Riots Spreading, and then I want to change the folder where it's saved, so I click on the Browse button, and I want to go to Desktop again, which I think, no, it's not there. Here it is, Desktop. Causes Riots Spreading. Click on Save. It hasn't saved it yet. I have to click on the OK. And that finishes the action. So now we have a new project in NVivo, which is a bit like a database object which contains other objects. We can now close this quick start steps, don't need that, and we're ready to start. So the first thing we need to do is import those Word files that we already saved on the desktop. So I'm going to go into Import, and then Files, and then I need to choose the desktop, and then first file. You can't do both two at once, it only does one at a time. And then it's saying import this file. I think that's all we need. We don't need to browse at all. Import, and then what's going to happen next? It's going to give us a name. Causes Right Spreading Met. Again, you could add a description if you want. and then click on OK. So that's imported the first file. Do the same with the second one. Files. Now it's already in the right folder. It's already on the desktop. So I click on WMP, click on Open, click on Import. Don't need to change anything here. Click on OK. So now we have two files imported into NVivo. So we'll start with the first one, the MET file. So I think we have to click once, it just selects it. If you double click, it opens the file in another window on the right here. Now you should never click on this, click to edit, because we don't need to change the data at all. What we're doing is analyzing it rather than changing it. So that's everything we need, and I'll join you again in the next video.